Now, I speak in my capacity as Member of Parliament. I must make it very clear. Now, what we are raising is a matter of public interest. Now, Altantuya's father, Shaariibuu, is the applicant in this application. The application is seeking for certain orders, and the orders are set out in the application. Essentially, we are asking for an order, or leave rather, to apply for an order of certiorari to quash the decision of the Attorney General, who is also the public prosecutor, not to have appealed against the decision of the High Court judge who acquitted and discharged Abdul Razak Baginda on the 31st of October this year. The Attorney General had 14 days within which to file the appeal. In other words, the time expired on the 14th of November. In fact, a public statement was made by Tun Majid that the prosecution was not appealing against the decision of the High Court judge in having acquitted and discharged Abdul Razak Baginda without his defense being called. So we are asking for an order that that decision ought to be quashed. We are asking for leave to apply for an order of certiorari for that purpose. Number two, we are asking for leave to apply for an order of mandamus to direct the Attorney General to use his discretion under Article 145, Bracket 3 of the Federal Constitution to file an appeal. In other words, ask for extension of time. He has to do that now, to file an appeal against the decision of the judge in having acquitted and discharged Abdul Razak Baginda without his defense being called. And also thereafter for an order that Abdul Razak Baginda be put in prison pending the appeal or be released on bail. So essentially this is what we are questioning, and it's a very significant application because we are questioning the discretion of the Attorney General. We are saying that the discretion of the Attorney General under Article 145, Bracket 3 of the Federal Constitution to institute proceedings in the nature of even filing an appeal is not absolute. In other words, he must act fairly and reasonably and not arbitrarily. In other words, we are asking for the court, by way of judicial review, to state that the Attorney General's discretion can be questioned in the High Court or in a court of law. And we say that no discretion can be absolute. Every discretion given to anyone under the law must have limitations. There must be parameters within which that discretion must and ought to be exercised. And we find that it is necessary in this case that an appeal be filed against the decision of the judge in having acquitted Abdul Razak Baginda. As I said earlier, the Attorney General's powers must have parameters. In fact, after the amendments of the Federal Constitution in 1993, even the king and the rulers are subject to the law. And I can't see how the Attorney General can be exempted from the law by way of acting as he pleases without any one to question the manner in which he exercises his discretion. Well, basically, that is what it is. It is in the motion which we have filed, and I will be asking for an early date for this application to be heard. so that the court can make a decision as to whether it has jurisdiction to question the discretion of the Attorney General in not having appealed, and two, whether on the merits he ought to have appealed.